राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिधर हारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिहर धारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा। गीता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। गीता गौर हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. So we have Selina. Hare Krishna, Selina. You are muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Welcome. Hare Krishna,
Thank
Gil.
you.
Yeah. All right. So let's switch over to. So we were discussing on the second topic. Who am I? Right. Science of the soul. Scientific proof. All right. Because Dan wasn't there last class, so we'll just have a quick recap. And Serena also joined it first time. So I'll just do a quick recap and Kara can help me. So it will be good repetition for Kara, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Or maybe just before that, let's do a quick introduction to everyone. So maybe we'll start with Kara. Kara, can you tell everyone that who you are, where do you live, what do you do?
Yes, so hi, my name is Kara, and I'm currently living in Guam. I am a information system specialist analyst. So basically, in short terms, I work with all the laboratory interfaces to make sure that all of the laboratory information is crossing into systems such as like Epic, so that the providers and patients can also see it in my chart.
Wonderful. It's a very beautiful job, isn't it? Interesting.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Moore.
Hello, my name is Daniel. I live in Sydney, Australia. Uh, Myself, I am an accountant, like for small businesses, and I do a bit of work in tech as well, like for tech companies, startups. Because yeah, find tech solutions for things. So that's quite interesting for me. Yeah, I enjoy my yoga,
Wonderful.
and yeah, looking forward to more learning.
Yes, so over to you, Salina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Selena. I'm from Alice Springs. Recently, I moved here 3 months back, and I'm doing my master's in nursing here. And now, currently, I'm in my uni's break, and I'm looking forward to spend some time with Krishna's,
Okay.
learning
So is
him.
it
Yeah,
are you going to do a stopgap or you're going to continue your studies after even the uni
I, I want
starts?
I want to continue it.
Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful. That's a
thank
that's a very good decision. So my name is Shubha Krishna Das, and my legal name is Subhash Patnankar. Why I have two names, we will discuss about it later. Because once you come into spiritual life, if and once you have a guru gives you a name. So that is the initiated name, just called as initiated name, because it's a second birth when you have a spiritual father. So my spiritual father is His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. Unfortunately, he left the world in 2022 during COVID. So
Mm.
yeah, so he was a personal secretary to Srila Prabhupada when Prabhupada was here on this planet. So he was serving him very closely. He because he was Bengali, so he wrote. I mean, he translated all the Prabhupada books in Bengali. So his beauty was that he knew every nook and corner of Srila Prabhupada books, whether it is Bhagavad Gita, whether it is Bhagavatam, or any book you talk about, Chaitanya Charitamrita, every book that he knew. And he was a living encyclopedia as far as any Shastra book is concerned. So that was his beauty. And no wonder why I got attracted to him. He was a very soft spoken, very, very loving person. Yeah. Hare Krishna Hindu. Yeah, so I'm an IT guy. I have worked in IT for about 41 years. I have taken a break now. I am just doing consulting whenever required. So I'm a banking consultant as far as IT is concerned. Not domain specific, however, I still do bit of work here and there. But I am now a professional AI trainer as well. and but my main business is to preach. That's what I have decided, because I have done enough work in my life as far as earning money is concerned. My children have grown up, they have studied, they are working, they are earning. My wife is working. I have mortgage paid of the houses, cars, etc. So my duty is done. so it's hold of them to take care of everything. Yeah. So I live in Sydney, of course, and it's a new, well, not new. It's about 13 years ago we bought this place where I'm living at the moment. It is Stanhope Garden near the ponds. It's quite a beautiful area. It has been developed like anything. The cost of the houses are going skyrocket. Yes, over to Indu.
Sorry, are we introducing
So
ourselves?
we were introducing ourselves because we have Selena today. So we thought I'd just give a quick introduction to her so that,
Oh, okay. Hello,
yeah. And one
Selena.
more thing I
I'm
wanted to just, I came in contact with Krishna consciousness in 2006. Yeah. Over to you, Indu.
Hi, I've met Kara and Dan, and I believe I've met Gil as well. So, hi, Shalina. I'm
Hi.
Indu. I'm here in Sydney. I work in a superannuation industry, and I coach women on emotional healing, and I do teach students on public speaking skills. Um, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it was like a calling, or I don't know what to say. But then I was more drawn towards understanding about the Krishna consciousness. So I thought I'll attend this to learn, understand what it is. So here I am. I think this is the third week. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Thank
all.
you.
It's nice to hear from you.
Thank you.
So we started with the 6 topics that we are going to study in this course. So we did the first topic. We are on to second topic, which I'm going to recap now, and then we'll go and discuss about what it talks about. The second topic. So second topic is about uh, scientific proof of soul's existence. Who am I? So normally we identify ourselves with our body. But what happens when one dies? That was the, see here there is a dead body in this picture, and here there are players who are playing. So what is the difference between the living body and the dead body? There is something is missing. So how one should identify his existence? So the common sense says that when a person dies, we say he has passed away. So who has passed away? The body of the person is still there. The fact is that the source of life, the soul has passed away, soul has gone. So that is actually the consciousness. So when the soul passes away, the consciousness is gone. So once the consciousness is absent, we say that the person has passed away. But we don't, normally say that though his soul is passed away. We say though he passed away or she passed away, like that. So basically, the consciousness is because of the spirit soul, the spirit that we have, the spark which is there in the body, that has gone. Now it has left the body, and that's where we say that the person is no more. But who is gone from the body is the spirit soul. So what is soul? The soul is the spark of life force that activates every living body. The soul is compared to a driver and the body to a vehicle. A driver can drive any car, right? Whether it is a Mercedes Benz or it is a Toyota, a Mazda, anything, right? So as long as driver is there, car will be driven. And then when the driver is changed, that vehicle cannot be driven. A driver can change from one car to the other car, to the third car, to the fourth car. So that driver is actually the spark here. The soul makes the body appear alive, and when the soul leaves the body, we say that the person is dead. Very simple definition. No rocket science, but we normally don't think this way. There are people who can do intuitive understanding that the real self, the I, is distinct from the body, mind, and intelligence. We speak of my eyes, my hands, my legs, my house, my wife, my children, my car. Everything is my. So what happens when the soul leaves the body? What happens to that my? We don't take anything with us from here. We may have a penthouse, or we may have a whole building belonging to us, but are we going to take it with us once we die? No. So our possessions are not the material possessions. Our possessions are something different. So we will talk about that. We'll talk about those possessions, what those possessions are going to be. Come to the consciousness. It is the symptom of the soul. Just like the sun spreads heat and light all around. So like if the soul leaves the body, what happens? Will there be any consciousness in the leg or the hand or the eyes or the face? No, the whole body will be dead. Sometimes we see that, oh, my hand is, it's sleeping. My hand is sleeping. Sometimes it happens. So what do we do during that time? We just rub it. Rub it very quickly, and then it comes back. And then we can say, oh, now it's fine. Yeah? Sitting on the floor for a good long time, what happens? We feel that, oh, my legs are sleeping now. So I need to get up and awake them. And then I can walk. Otherwise, I will fall down. Right? So we have to make sure that how this body functions. This body functions because of the consciousness. Now, that consciousness because of the soul that is present. Yeah. So like the sun spreads heat and light all around, similarly the soul spreads all the light and the heat to the entire body. So that is what distinguishes a body and a dead body, the living body and the dead body. It gives the proof of the soul that is present. When you say that, oh, there is light in the house, that means either during the day we have sunlight or at night we have electricity. But there is a source behind it. Yeah? So when the body has the consciousness, right from the toes and fingers to the top of the head, everywhere there is a consciousness, and that consciousness is there due to the presence of the soul in the body. Can we say that, that I have a consciousness but my hands are not working? Yeah, that happens. When the people, those who are suffering with some kind of a disease, what is that disease called? Paralysis, right? The person who is paralyzed, so his hand is not working or his leg is not working. So that time there is no consciousness or very less consciousness in that part of the body. Other part of the body has the consciousness, but that particular part of the body cannot function to the extent the other parts of the body are functioning. So similar thing happens to our hand and the leg when we are not used to sitting in that particular position, and if we sit for a good long time, it feels like paralyzed. And we think that it feels like paralyzed, we just get, sorry,
Okay.
we feel uneasy. We get up from there and then we try to awake that part of the body, unparalyze. It is paralyzed, we make it unparalyzed. So we try to rub it or do whatever we want to do it, and then it starts functioning. Once it starts functioning, oh, we feel better. Oh, now it's fine. But the person who has a paralysis, he does not feel that, because there is no electric current going from that part of the body to the brain. Because this is how he has been manufactured from his birth. Some people have polio. Some people have paralysis. So that part of the body is totally cut off from the signals which are going to the brain. It's all about, if there is I have itching on my face. What happens? The itching happens, the brain sends the waves to the hand, and my hand automatically will go here and will start scratching. Right? So there is a beautiful connection with the brain, with the part where it is itching, and then my hand will automatically come there. If I'm holding this bottle in my hand, my other hand will come and do the same thing. But it's a beautiful connection. We don't even notice that how it's happening. But it happens. And we think that, oh, this is I am who is doing it. Actually, it's not. This is the way we have been manufactured. And we have been manufactured by whom? It is the God's arrangement. That we are functioning in that way. But we don't realize that. We always take credit to ourselves that, oh, I am doing it. This is my house. This is me, everywhere. Do you agree? Yeah. Dan is agree, so everybody is agree. Some people have near-death experiences, when they go into a situation, when somebody goes into for operation or some surgery, and they go into GA, general anesthesia. And during general anesthesia, what happens? They go into some memories, which is called, near-death experiences. They recall some few things which have happened and really happened. They will tell you some stories, I was born in so-and-so village, and there was a person who was living very close to my house, and I want to go and visit him. And these experiences have been proven absolutely correct. People have gone to those villages, spoken to those people. He could even remember the name of that person. So that means there is a connection of the soul to other soul. And that remembrance is coming. So what happens is, the soul is not alone. There is a mind also there. There is an intelligence, and there is a memory which is also along with that. And that memory is coming through the mind. So when we go into this experience of near-death experiences, that time we go to some subconscious mind, and that subconscious mind takes us to that world where we realize all this. Oh, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. And it has been proven, right? So NDE is a proof which gives you the out of the body experience, shows that the person is able to observe and relate to things that are happening to his body from a perspective outside the body. There are past life memories. Rigorous, unbiased researches have been carried out on past life memories, and they have been proven correct. So by thorough investigation of the details of the things described by a person, like the place and the people, and they were associated to their last life, we get evidences of the conscious self, and that travels from one physical body to the next. The physical body doesn't have to do anything with this memory. We come to a fact that there are two parts of the body. There is a gross body and there is a subtle body. I spoke about it last time. What is the gross body and what is the subtle body, Kara?
Um,
Okay, so so there are 8 elements.
oh, yes, I have
Gross
the
body
eight.
is made up of 5 elements. Gross
Yes.
body is made up of 5 elements, right? Earth,
So,
water, fire, air, ether.
yes.
So these are the 5 gross elements. They are constituting the gross body. And there are 3 subtle elements, which are mind, intelligence, and false ego. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Mind is something which we cannot see, but we know that it is somewhere here in the brain side of the head.
Hopefully.
We only know that because that much anatomy everybody knows, because of the science, that oh yes, brain is somewhere here in my head. And that the mind, which is brain actually, so that mind and the brain, we cannot say that they are the same thing. But brain is a software which keeps on, getting new experiences and keeps on storing a whole lot of memory. We don't even know how much strength that brain has. The capacity is enormous capacity that it can store. We can't even say that how many terabytes of memory it has. But it stores. Along with that, what happens is everyday life teaches us something new every time. So when we learn something new, that is the intelligence that gets developed. Around the mind, there is an intelligence gets developed. So mind and intelligence has a relationship. Mind stores it, intelligence discovers it. Mind stores it, intelligence discovers it. And both they are work in synchronization. And it tells that, oh, I am so and so. So that is false ego. There is ego and there is a false ego. The ego is a true ego and there is a false ego. The true ego is that I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. But false ego is that because of the intelligence, the way it has been developed, that I am a chief minister, or I am a secretary, or I am a program manager, or I am a superannuation lead, something like that. I'm not pointing on you. So, so that way we try to, or I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, I'm a surgeon, I'm a farmer. So these are all the designations that we manufacture, and we start identifying ourselves with those designations that are false egos. But we don't remember always this, We say that, oh, I'm a manager. But what happens once your job is over? You're ex-manager. Nobody is going to talk to you after that. You're an ex-manager. You can be a mother, you can be a father, you can be a brother, you can be a sister. That is also temporary. What happens once you leave this body? Are you still a brother or still a sister, still a brother, still a father? No, it's all over. The relationship got over the moment you leave this body. So that is also a false ego. So what is actually the evidence of the body has the life is the consciousness, and that consciousness is all because of the soul. And where does the soul come from? Selena, can you read this statement?
Although the above empirical evidences confirm a conscious self present in the body, still speculative approach has its own limitations. If one has to wait for science to provide complete understanding of the nature of the soul and its qualities, one may probably have to wait a million years.
Yeah.
Mm.
So with the mental speculation, we will not be able to derive any solid conclusion, and that's where the proof comes into picture. So there are three types of proofs that we have learned in the last class. What were the three proofs, Indu?
The three proofs.
They are vaporized within the week. Okay, so there are three proofs. First is the seeing is believing. That is called pratyaksha praman. In Sanskrit, it is called pratyaksha praman, or seeing is believing. The second one is speculative belief. We speculate. And what is speculation? We did that in the first class, not this class, even the last week. It is done the first one. So what is that proof? Is speculative knowledge. That so and so thing is kept in so and so shelf of the so and so room. So there's no particular evidence of that, right? We only speculate. Maybe, in that room, if you go and in the second shelf on the right hand side, there is a candle and there is a matchbox kept. When the light goes away, power goes off, we have no option other than having a candle or a torch. But both have to be looked into. Where are they kept? Because we never realize that power will go off. In Australia, at least. In some underdeveloped countries, that is a daily phenomena. The power goes away. So if you are lucky enough, you will probably find the torch or the candle and the matchstick at the same place. But it is only your luck, sheer luck. You may not find that. So that's why speculative knowledge is not good. What is the best thing then? The scriptural evidence. What is written is the proof, basically. So in Australia or in America or in the European countries, what is the speculative evidence if someone has to prove his identity? Driver's license, passport,
Birth certificate.
Birth certificate, yeah.
birth certificate. Yeah, absolutely. And here in Australia, we have 100-point check. In US also it is like that. The social security number, SSN they call it in the US. So social security number there is very, very important in the US. In India it is Aadhaar card now, or voter ID card. So they have started with these ones. And they're going to be something like SSN that is coming up in India as well. However, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about that what is the best proof is the scriptural or documented proof. So all the knowledge that coming to the scientific research that will take millions of years to know. However, our Vedas, the ancient Vedic philosophy has already written that in the Vedas, and that's what we are trying to study in our course. It's because that has already proven this. They call it Brahmanda, which is like spherical shape of our universe. Brahma Anda. Anda means spherical or egg-like shape. So, scripturally, we can get clear information about what is life and what is death from the scriptures directly without any mental speculation. We don't have to. What does it say? In Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 17th verse, Avinashi tu tad viddhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham abhyasyasya nakaschit kartum arhati. That which pervades the entire body is indestructible. No one can destroy the imperishable soul. Now, what does it mean? The soul, size of the soul is so small, it is 1/10,000th part of the tip of the hair. Can you imagine how small it could be? 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair, that is the size of the soul. It cannot be seen even with any sophisticated microscope. Any kind of sophisticated microscope. You cannot see it. And to that size, it cannot be burnt. It cannot be cut into pieces. It cannot be vaporized. Because it is absolute. So when something is absolute, it cannot be killed. It is part and parcel of the super soul, which is absolute again. So the absolutity of the super soul also comes into the soul, because we are a part and parcel of the super soul. So here comes the game, that why do we want to always remain happy? Everyone wants happiness. And for that happiness, what do? Some people go to a bar, some people go to a dancing bar, some people go to a striptease. But do they find happiness all the time? If you drink too much of wine or too much of alcohol, what will happen to the next morning? You will have a hangover. Then you have to take Panadol or some painkillers. Again, you go off to sleep. So is that the happiness always going to remain with you? No. Happiness is the absence of unhappiness. Absence of unhappiness is the happiness in this material world. Because this material world is the places of misery. In Sanskrit, it is said that dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is alay of dukkha. Dukkha means miseries. Alay means a place. So it is the places of miseries. All kinds of miseries you will find here. All the animals, they suffer. And they know that they suffer. The problem and the irony with the human being is we also suffer. But we deny to accept. We are not ready to accept that we suffer. Okay, there is some suffering here, some suffering there, but ultimately we are able to enjoy as well, right? We go and watch the movie for 3 hours in a cinema hall. We come out, go for some coffee or some, couple of drinks. We are still able to enjoy. But next day again there is work, again suffering. Suffering is part and parcel of this life. And we always try to deny this. We want to remain in denial of that yes, we are suffering. Whereas animal, because their consciousness is not developed, they accept that yes, we are suffering. They live with instinct. Animals live with instinct. When they are hungry, they go and eat. When they are thirsty, they go and drink water. They don't have a refrigerator in the home. They don't plan their grocery, that they will go to Walmart or whatever grocery shop is, and they buy the whole week's grocery, or they go and buy milk or do anything of that sort. Why they don't do it? All these sorts of things, Selena?
Mm, they are not conscious. Is it?
No, they are conscious to some extent. It's not like they are not conscious at all. They are conscious. If you go and hit them, they will defend themselves, right?
Yeah, they don't
So
have a
their
human mind.
consciousness is not developed to that extent.
Yeah,
They
yes.
do have a consciousness, but it is not developed to that extent. Our consciousness, human consciousness, is developed far, far, far better than these people or these animals. What to talk about, um, a pig or a pig or a cat or a dog or whatever, elephant, all these, they don't have the higher consciousness. That's why the poor people, they just keep struggling.
Yeah.
Anybody can come and hit them, anybody can do whatever they want to do with them. But the problem with the human being is that they say, oh, we love edible, but we eat them as well. Will you do that? I love my kids. Do I eat them? No.
Mhm.
I love animals, but I eat chicken. I eat lamb. I eat fish. Yeah. So that is a duality of the mind. We will talk about this later when we come to this. So now I talked about that there are 8 elements by which our body is consist of. So there are gross body and there is a subtle body. The gross body is earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, and false ego are the subtle or the inferior or the separator energy. So all these are the parts and parcels of the super soul. Bhumir apo nalo vayu kham mano buddhire vacha ahankar iti yamme bhinna prakritir ashtadha. We chanted this verse last week, last class. Yeah. Do you want to chant it again, Indu?
Apo.
Yeah. Okay. So I will chant, you repeat. Bhumir apo nalo vayu
Bhumir
Bhumi
Bhumir
apo
apa
nalo vayu
vayu
kham mano buddhirev cha.
Kamano
kamana
kammono
Mano buddhirev cha.
evakatu
Ahankara iti yamme
Ahankara
Ahankar
yamme
etame
yami
bhinna prakritir ashtadha.
bhinna
prakata ishita.
Yeah, so they are separated. There are bhinna prakritir. They are different elements. They all put together, and a human body is created, or any animal's body is created. Right? We can call a dog as Tommy or Jenny or this or that. We give them a name, so that we can identify our pet. So we give them the name. They don't have a capability of naming their children. Whether a cat has 8 children or 9 children, she can't name them, but we do. Because our consciousness is higher. So we do all this. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego are my 8 separated inferior energies. The gross body is made up of the above mentioned 5 elements, and it is called Sthula Sharir or gross body. Mind, intelligence, and false ego is the subtle body, or it's called Sukshma Sharir. The mind, intelligence, and false ego constitute the subtle body, It is also called as Sukshma Sharira. Sukshma in the Sanskrit is Sukshma is very, very small, which is very hard to see, impossible to see. That is why it is called Sukshma. The true ego is to understand that I am a spirit soul, eternal servant of Lord Krishna. False ego is to think that in illusion that I am this body, whereas I am not this body, because once I leave this body, then what I am?
Mm.
Who am I after I leave this body? I'm nothing. We'll talk more on the living body. Continue. A conditioned soul is trapped in the gross and subtle bodies. One who is free from these coverings attains the spiritual world and is called a liberated soul. So once we understand the concept of that we are trapped in this human body or any body, and we are not actually this body, we are the spirit soul, that time we are liberated. But even if I say that, are we all ready to say that I am not Hindu, I am not Dan, I am a spirit soul? It's hard. It's hard.
Prabhu, I have a
Because
question.
suddenly, yeah,
So, how we think, is that part of the soul? Or what we think, is that part of the soul?
how? Can you repeat that?
So, like us thinking, like our mind, is that part of the soul?
So, okay. So how do we, just 1 minute. So how we were thinking before is what your question is?
No, I believe what Kara is asking is, so the way we think, is it like part of the soul? Is that your question, Kara?
Yes.
Part
So
of the
how
soul.
we
No, we are
think
not part of the soul. We are part and parcel of the super soul. So we belong to super soul. So whatever the qualities the super soul has, we also have them in us. He is absolute, so we are also absolute. We cannot be cut into pieces, we cannot be burnt, we cannot be vaporized. And our um, existence can only be seen when it is in the body. That time we realize that we are there. But once we go out of this body, then nobody can see us, right?
Mhm.
With the human intelligence, with the human vision, it cannot be seen. Because even the most sophisticated microscope also cannot see it. So, did I answer your question or still not?
Um, I don't think so. Um, I guess I was just asking like who we are, like how we think, like is it all part of the soul? Like that is the soul, or is
Yes,
just
yes,
who
yes.
we
Who
are
we
part of the
are,
body?
we yeah. So see, when we come to this material world, we have to take some body, right? Based
Mhm.
on our last birth and what we wanted to become. So we take that body in the next life. Like, for example, why I have not taken birth in the Donald Trump's family. I could have taken birth in the, French president who's Melanie, right? I could have taken birth in her family. Why I didn't take that birth? I would have been very wealthy person
Mhm.
Mm.
because my last karmas were not that good that I took birth in that family to be a wealthy person like them. So our next birth is decided upon what you do in this lifetime and the earlier lifetimes that I have done because we have taken millions of births and then we have come to this material world as a human being. Now our next birth will be decided upon how and what kind of karma we are doing in this lifetime. So that plus all the karmas that we have done so far, all will be cumulative. All will be summed together in order to decide the next birth. Does that answer your question now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, because we cannot decide that what birth we can opt for, we can try our best that what I want to become. I don't want to take birth in this material world anymore. Because taking birth in this material world is to start again from 250 grams, remaining in the half coil stage in the womb of a mother, cramped there, and then having so much pain inside, 9 months staying there. Then when I come out, I am crying for everything. I don't know whether I want to eat something. I want to eat something, I will cry. If I want to play with something, I will cry because I don't know how to speak. So all these are
And
the
so,
sufferings.
and so we are trying to break that cycle and go back to
Yes.
Krishna.
Yes, we want to break that cycle and go back to Krishna. And for that, what we need to do is to remain a devotee of Krishna and always pray to him that please take me back. Enough that I have done in this lifetime or so many lifetimes. I want to break this
So,
cycle of birth and death.
so when we go back to Krishna, there's not a body there. So like, I guess like what happens?
Okay, so when we go at the spiritual world, we have a different life wherein we are serving Krishna in whatever way we are.
Okay.
So we don't know. We can't decide in what what role we will be playing there. But of course, we will be playing the role of a dasa or a servant
Hmm.
to Krishna, because there Krishna is everything, right? And we all
Yes.
will be serving him because we are part and parcel of Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, no problem. Any more question? So, for example, now I'm sharing my screen again. For our understanding, Srila Prabhupada is the liberated soul. Though we all are liberated the moment we understand that we are not this body, but we are the spirit soul. So besides the inferior nature, there is superior energy of mind that all are living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining the universe. So our inferior nature is, and there is superior energy of mind, that is Krishna's energy, that all living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining this universe. So Krishna is actually providing everything to us in this material world. We don't do anything. We are here only as a servant, while in the material world as well. If we try to do anything that is against the law of the material nature, we are causing issues. That's where the global warming comes into picture. Yeah. So whatever we try to do ourselves, Krishna has given us everything. Does he have to plan that, oh, now what time the sun is going to rise, so and so time, when is the rainy season going to start? Do we do anything of that sort? We can't, right? It happens. Like when you have a washing machine in the house, does it start automatically? Does it take all the clothes from the house and puts it in and then puts the washing powder and starts the washing machine clothes are washed and they dried up as well? No, somebody has to do that, right? Similarly, dishwasher, we have to put the dishes in, scrape them and then put the dishes in, and then you have to put the washing powder in that, and then dishes will be washed depending on what cycle you put in. So if somebody has to do that, right? Similarly, all the seasons they are coming and going, that is not happening because of us. It is happening because of somebody. Who that somebody is the Lord Himself who is doing it. Whatever name you want to call it, whether Krishna, Jehovah, Allah, whatever name you want to call Him as. But He is there to do it. So nothing happens automatically. And whatever we do it here, we are only causing issues to that plan of the Lord. So both inferior energy, matter, and superior energy, spirit, soul, are subordinate to the Supreme Lord. They are subordinate to the Supreme Lord. As I said earlier, the soul is indestructible. The soul is an individual. Soul has a form, that is Sat Chit Ananda form. Sat Chit Ananda form, which is pure. It is always want to remain in happiness. Ananda is happiness. Chit means it is always placed in happiness. Sat Chit Ananda form. It is always want to remain happy. But because of our connection with the material world, we are always remaining in miseries. The spirit gives form to matter, which is Asat Chit Ananda. Just put A before. So that becomes Asat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Whereas we want to always remain in Sat Chit Ananda Rupa. The second chapter of Bhagavad Gita actually is a beautiful chapter. It gives all the knowledge about Bhagavad Gita if we read it carefully. It is also, Prabhupada has given that chapter, the name is Contents of Gita Summarized. It is a summary, but it's the contents of Gita summarized. So chapter 2 gives you the entire knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. It does not mean that all the entire Bhagavad Gita is useless. No, it does not mean that. All other chapters are even giving more greater explanation about everything. But second chapter gives you summary information of everything. Knowledge of the soul. Soul is eternal. Soul never dies. Spirit and matter is an incompatible combination. Because soul cannot remain in the matter forever. It has a duration, like we have a lease of the house, right? 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, that kind of a lease. This body is a leased apartment, and soul will stay only as long as the lease is signed off for. Soul is situated in the region of the heart. So this part of my body, my soul is here somewhere. And the beauty is, along with this soul, there is super soul is also. So each one of us, even the worm in the stool, they also have the super soul staying with their soul in him. So Krishna, as a super soul, is staying in every body. But we are staying in only in our body. So we are the knower of our body, whereas Krishna is the knower of all the bodies. Soul changes the body. Every time this body leaves from this body, it goes to another body. It keeps on changing the body until the time it go back and lives with Krishna forever. Because after so many births, we realize that no, now I'm tired. I want to go back. Enough is enough. I don't want to live in this material world anymore. And I don't want to come back here in this material world anymore. I want to go back and live with Krishna forever and remain happy. So the super soul, when he's staying here in the region of the heart, he is noting down every action that we take. We think that, oh, I'll just eat 2 more chocolates today, and we think that, oh, nobody's seeing me. It doesn't happen that way. Somebody is that who is seeing you always. He's always observing you. His role is as a supervisor. In Sanskrit, it is called Upadrashta Anumanta. He's the supervisor as well as permitter. But we don't ask for the permission from him. We do whatever we want to do. I will only have 2 pegs today, but we have 3 pegs. And we think that, oh, nobody's watching me, right? Let me have one more small one, another small one. So that is our tendency to cheat. Our tendency to cheat is always there. Our tendency to, uh, you know, always tell lies. That is the human capacity. That is the human quality. Tendency to cheat, tendency to lie. We tell something which is not true. So what happens once we die? Do I become God? Bhagavad Gita says that no, you will never become God. Never. There is a verse in 15th chapter, 16th verse. There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every entity is called infallible. Even the trees in spiritual world are infallible. Yes, Indu.
So you mentioned soul will change bodies
Yeah.
in the previous slide. So does it mean that, say, for instance, when I die, I leave this body, when I'm going to give a rebirth, I don't know when, do I come into the human body or do I choose like any
Good question. So, good question. Most probably, you get the human body, but depending on the kind of activities that you have done in this lifetime, you will get the next body.
right,
Okay.
and that
If you
is
have
not so that is not the soul chooses it. Is it the super soul?
no. So, mind, intelligence, and false ego, and the permitter and supervisor who's sitting here, he's noting down everything about us, that what we
Oh,
are doing. So, we can't fool
okay.
around with him.
So even if I would want as a soul, I want to come as a human in the next life, but then my deeds were not really good. I have done something wrong. Then I
Yeah.
can't come into the human body, and the super
You may not
consciousness.
come. Yeah, you may not
Okay,
come. Yeah, you may
okay,
not come.
okay,
So,
right. Okay, thank you.
so everything in the spiritual world is infallible, whereas here in this material, everything is fallible. Okay. Besides these two, there is a greatest living personality, the Lord Himself, who has entered into these worlds and is maintaining them, and that is called Paramatma, the friend of Jivatma. So we are Jivatma and he is Paramatma. So there are 3 types, so 3 ways to know the God. There is a Brahman, there is a Paramatma, and there is Bhagwan. Please note it down. I'll write it here. Are you able to see this now?
Yes.
Brahman Paramatma.
Brahman, Paramatma, Param Atma, and Bhagavan. Brahman is the effulgence of the Lord. So Brahman is effulgence of the Lord. Okay, that is called Brahma Jyoti. In some of the sects, they call this as Brahma Jyoti, or the effulgence of the Lord. So they think that once we leave this body, we get merged into Brahman. We merged into Brahma Jyoti. So we become one with the God. That's what their concept is. Whereas this is absolutely a false theory. We never become one with the Lord, because we cannot become Lord. You have a separate existence. You were existing before, you are existing now, you will exist in future as well. You never die. Soul never dies. You are present now, you were present before, and you will remain present in the future as well. Because soul does not have a death. It is non dying thing, The soul is infallible. It will never go like that. What happens is, why people become corrupt, why people become bad, it's all because of the mind, intelligence, and false ego that is attached with the soul. So how we develop our mind, how we develop our intelligence, that makes our false ego, that I am this, I am that, I am a president, I am Albanese, or I am something else maybe, or I am a MP, member of parliament, or whatever, and then I have so much power that I can do this, I can do that, and that makes us think that, oh, I am so great. So Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So there are three aspects. So Brahman is, as I said, it is the effulgence of the Lord. Paramatma is the super soul which resides in our region of the heart with us. For every Jivatma, every Atma or Jivatma, it is present with everyone. And he is staying there to note down what all you are doing. He waits for you to take his permission, but we don't take permission from him. Because we don't have that understanding or that realization that he is there. Take his permission. So what is the meditation that we do? We should meditate upon him, that he is in our body. So when we see, people say that meditate upon Paramatma, meditate upon Atma, the soul. So that is staying here. So we should be doing meditation upon him. When we do meditate upon him, that is the yoga. It is the union of my soul with the super soul. My soul with the super soul is the yoga. Yoga means the union or the sum. Can you do sum of one thing with one? No, you have to have two things to have a sum. That's why union requires two things. Everyone will do the yoga with the super soul. Meditate upon super soul and then become one with him. That means we are always meditating upon him. When we do say Om, and what we do is we concentrate only on our exhalation and inhalation. Why do we do that? To cut off from the external world and concentrate only on our super soul. To cut off from there, we just do Om, Omkar, and we cut off from the external world because our mind is so fast, it travels faster than the sound of it travels than the faster than the speed of sound, faster than the speed of wind. Our mind, sitting here, I can be in New York Times Square building. Sitting here, I can be in Washington DC. I can be sitting here, I can be in Delhi, or I can be in Melbourne, just by sitting here. Because mind can travel that fast. It does not require any vehicle. Just thinking about that and you go there. It travels that fast. That's why it is very important to cut off from the external world and just see inward where there is a Paramatma. I'm thinking about that. And that's why we do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By taking his name and concentrating upon him, we are meditating on him and we are completely absorbed in the meditation of the Lord. So that is Paramatma realization. What is Bhagavan then? Bhagavan is even stage above Paramatma. Bhagavan is all infallible, which is full of everything, full of beauty, full of strength, full of renunciation, full of everything. There are 6 things which are important to become Bhagavan, and all those 6 things we will talk about in the next class. That is Bhagavan. So Paramatma is the expansion of the Supreme Lord who accompanies the individual soul, that is Jivatma, who comes into this material world in order to take him to different bodies and to take care of him and escort him. He is situated within the heart of every living entity and within every atom. Even the trees have that. Small plants have that. We take the weeds out. After the first rain happens, there is lots of weeds in our gardens. We take the weeds out. Weed also has super soul in it. But we take them out without even thinking about this, But weeding out is also required from our body as well, that we have to take out all the dirt as part of the weed. So this shloka also, it proves the point. Both the super soul and atomic soul are situated on the same tree of the body, within the same heart of the living being, and only one who has become free from all material desires as well as lamentations can be, by the grace of the Lord, understand the glories of the soul. These shlokas are important. However, it does not force you to recite them and remember them, but it's just to proving the point that there is scriptural evidence to prove the point. The important verses I will always tell you to recite, and we will make sure that you recite them properly. Let's come to the last one. There's a difference between Krishna and the living entity. Krishna is infinite, but living entity is infinitesimal. How does the comparison we can do? You take a bucket full of water from the ocean, a spoon of water from the same bucket, a glass of water, and the ocean water. They all will have same taste, same pH value, similar salt presence in all of these. What is difference? What is different in all of these? A glass of water, a spoonful of water, a bucket of water, an ocean of water. The quantity, right? The volume. Ocean is infinite comparatively, and the glass of water is finite. A spoon of water is again finite. In comparison to spoon of water, the glass of water is infinite, and the bucket of water is infinite. Similarly, the ocean of water is infinite. So that is said in Sanskrit, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yo Vidhanti Kaman. The Supreme Personality of Godhead maintains the innumerable living entities and gives them all the facility for enjoyment according to different work. A glass of water is required for some other purpose. A spoon of water is required for some other purpose. So the different work served by the same water, but it's coming from the ocean. Similarly, the Lord is giving us all those things which are maintained by Him for innumerable entities to do various things. Last two or three, slides you can read and ask me questions next time when we come to the class. Is that okay? Because class is really becoming too long now today. So I will stop it because I don't want you guys to get bored. And
Never. Thank you.
thank you. So we'll chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once together and we'll close the class. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Enjoy.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anything?